Good evening, SRA Nation, and welcome to Season 14. Once you've got qualifying, then the main 1 hour race. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Sim Racing Alliance. And this is where it all counts. As all eyes go to the light, and we are racing.
He brakes late, almost takes out the car ahead of him.
He's getting a tow, a flash.
Argy right on the exit, rear end squiggle. Who's going to get the move done here around the outside?
Oh, dang!
Byron ran it so shallow there, and this has become a 4-car battle. Game of inches as the BMW is in the paint.
And we're off and away for SRA.
Good evening, SRA Nation, and welcome to Season 15. It's Division 2, it's round number 4. It is the one, the only. It's gonna be wet and overcast. It is Donington Park, my home race, and I'm joined by Adam Santana and Henry Ramirez. I'm Alexa Marshall, and gentlemen, the first of 2 variable weather races, which is going to be happening this season. And it is accurate to real life. It's good old Britain, it's good old rain, it's good old grass. And what can we expect, Henry?
We can expect a lot of messing up because I messed up yesterday during the race. But the usual T1 incidents, we're probably not going to see it. Like, unless somebody gets like really spicy and like they really want to send it in, then we might see a little T1, little bump and shove here and there. But it should be good racing today just because it's wet. The rain's it's the great equalizer, you know, so it all depends on what you're doing. I know yesterday for qualifying, there was a ton of people that decided to go out on the dry tire, and that kind of bit them in the butt. I know I went out on wet, so I kind of got lucky with that. But also the temperatures, that's going to be a big wrench in the whole system. I know that threw me in for a wild loop. What do you think, Adam?
Yeah, it's tough with such a short race if we do get the changing weather, because you only get one chance at that pit stop to make the right call on either wet or dries. Probably going to be wets, but we never know. It could dry up. It could start dry. We'll see. But you could get your pressures wrong, and that's going to be tough, you know, especially if you maybe take a chance at pitting early and it starts raining harder, or the rain stops and then you're just going to be in bad shape. So, yeah, I wasn't able to watch any of the races last night, but from what I heard matches what you said, Henry, where people gambled on dries for qualifying and then just returned to the garage and put wet tires on. So they just, you know, wasted a lap or two by trying. But, yeah, we'll see how the weather shakes out. It'll be interesting.
Very, very interesting.
One other thing that is interesting is going to be this circuit. Of course, arguably the best circuit in the UK. I'm an avid Silverstone hater, and I will stay on that cliff. As let's go over to the track map to talk about this luxurious circuit. Because, of course, it's Donington Park. It is in the flight path of the East Midlands National Airport. It is also a 20-minute walk south of Derby. It's a 4.02 kilometre track that converts to 2.498 miles for all the American folks. Leicestershire, England, 20 minutes south of Derby, like I said, 12 corners to come your way. Turn number 1, red gate, over 90 degrees. Then you straight onto the throttle for the Cranach curves. That's turn number 2, and turn number 3, right, left sweeps. Old hairpin at turn number 4. Very easy to lose the car on the inside and go off into the grass. You then go through Starkleys Bridge, 5 and 6 up into, of course, turn turn number 7, which can be a bit more awkward. Then you have got the crest blind right-hander going up through turn number 8 of Coppice. Then down starkly straight to turn number 9 and 10. That's the chicane, aka the S's. Then you have the run down to Melbourne hairpin, where we're most likely to see the most overtakes tonight. And then you've also got the Goodard's hairpin, which takes you back onto the Wheatcroft straight, which takes you to the start-finish line. It's a very different pit lane here, a lot more comparative to Alton Park rather than Silverstone, so you spend a lot less time in the pits than you may elsewhere. Main overtaking opportunities 1, 4, 8 if you're brave enough, and turn number 11. No runoff, pure grass. We saw last night what happens if you go off. You lose all your traction and you are going into the stratosphere. Be careful of the jet wash which comes from the sky, because it's a no-fly zone for the helicopter, so it's all going to be trackside tonight. And gentlemen, how does the driver standings look into this? You can take us through this one, Henry.
All right, so driver standings today, this is the GT3 Team Series Season 15, Div 2. So what we got now is a pretty close fight, and after 3 rounds already, this should be a fun way of seeing how everything's going to break down. Right now, we got George Rivera, who's up at the top with 203. John Archie's got 185 points. Ilpo's got 184. He's sitting in 3rd. Brooker Quigg is in 4th place with 184. Seth Rocha tops out your top 5 at 180. And then Jacob Hall takes up 6th place. Joshua Worley in 7th. Jason Allen in 8th. Zodi Fade in 9th. And C. Logain is in 10th place. And there you see everybody else from 10 on back. A couple good people to note out that came over into the division. I think there was a couple promotions, if I'm not wrong.
Justin McKechnie got promoted after his dominating win last week at Barcelona. I think there might have been someone else, but I can't remember.
Yeah, that's going to be Michael DeSchwartz wasn't. I think we saw that before. It might have been Timothy, maybe. I'm not sure, but I know for sure.
He just hasn't raced, so I think it's just Justin.
Yeah, so it's just Justin, and then there you go. There's your top 50 right now for the teams, for the driver standings. And Adam, take over the team for us, buddy.
Yeah, we'll roll through just the top 10 because I believe our silver drivers have started their outlap. So in P1, we have Beast from the East, Ilpo Ruotsalainen and Jorge Blasini Rivera. 100 points clear of P2 at the moment, which is Nico Suave and Joshua Worley, What TF Sport. And then in P3, we have Dude, Where's My Beamer with Jacob Hall and Noah McComber, just 30 points back from them, followed by John Archie and Matthew Schwartz, Champion Motorsports Problems. And then Blind Hen Racing of Patrick Russ Brooker Quigg in 5th. And 6th, we have CeeLo Gain and Simon Goriel. Excuse me. In 7th, we have, in P6, Not That Fast Racing's team name. P7, we have El Diablo SCR, which is Seth Rocha and Adam Krolikowski. In P8, we have Plan EX Red Eye Racing, Bailey Sucks. I still don't know how they get away with that. With Mike Gino and Jason Allen. In P9, we have TC8 Racing, Team AS with Andres Velasquez, Samuel Cortez. And then in 10th, we have Champion Motorsports with Ian Wheeler and Josh Damiani.
All right, so let's get out there because they're starting their laps already.
Yeah, so as we head trackside, it is Donington, and apparently the main screen is going to be pitch black. And there we go, we now have visual, and we are watching Justin McKechnie. And of course, it's Donington Park. And if you don't know how qualifying works, we'll go for it for you. 20-minute qualifying followed by a 1-hour race. First 10 minutes of qualifying is for the silvers. They're differentiated by the grey number plates with white numbers. Final 10 minutes for the golds. White number plates, black numbers. Through Coppice you go, and down towards the S's. And gentlemen, I will say this, it's a lot wetter tonight for the D2s, because last night in D1 it was in the middle. It was at the point where it wasn't good for wets but not for dries either. But right now it seems like the wet weather is out in full force. You can see the spray as Justin McKechnie comes down into the braking zone for Melbourne. The only time you're going to get Melbourne this season, as we are not going to the land down under, and you now head into Goodard's as well. BTCC is infamous around here. It's the one that is known here in the UK. Of course, you got Tom Ingram in the BTC, but also Napa, which that car looks like. Justin McKechnie, first driver to the line, will go there. 1 minute 35, 382, but not validated on the board, as that's going to be Ferrer. Now the Schwartz goes to the top, 136, 385, as you got Dan Fernandez, who's also coming around, apologies. And we have the Ferrari now to the line, 134, 675 for the Ferrari. Coming around the final corner now is going to be Oldhausen. The Nissan is going to be very good in this wet weather if last night was anything to go off. Team Honda has the advantage here usually, but none to be seen tonight. Fernandez still sits up top. Oldhausen P number 4. Velasquez P number 2 at the current moment. Gonna have Richie Wood. Also, the Beamer gonna go P number 5. One of the cars that seemingly has an advantage. But gentlemen, we've got so many cars out here. One of those is gonna be the good old Boatley, as many people call it. It's in its natural habitat with all this wet weather. Suave to the line. The 111 gets a lap time, but not validated at all, and now they're gonna have to hope for the best, as it seems like we've got plenty of other people. We've also got the PIP running tonight. They've got all picture in picture, so we're bringing you all the action from all the shots. As gentlemen, especially you, Adam, what are we expecting, because it's a lot wetter than Division 1 yesterday?
Yeah, so this is medium rain, but I think from what's on the track, that means between the practice session and the race session, I think it was probably raining the entire time, because this track looks very, very wet. So our silver drivers are definitely getting the short end of the stick, and our gold drivers are going to have a better track. But I mean, with the level of rain we have going, it might not matter too much.
Wait and see. Gino has gone to the top. 1 minute 33.9 is provisional time, and that is by a big gap at the current moment. The number 46 in the Aston Martin, big rear end squiggle there for Ferrer, as there is Mike Gino in the Aston Martin. Excuse me, sir, you're driving on the wrong side of the road here in the UK. And you've also got the Lexus there of Byron, who is going to be in P number 2 at the moment in the Lexus. We saw in D number 1 last night. I haven't been able to catch up on D3 or 5, so maybe Henry or Adam can give me some insight. But the Lexus last night was the one that won here, so the Lexus is not to be counted out. But Leach in the Ferrari has just gone P2. Ferrari looking to not be counted out either.
Yeah, the Lexus did really well last night. As far as I was looking at it, I know there was a bunch of Beamers that were suffering. I was kind of one of them towards the end of the lap. But right now, on board with Mike Gino right now, he's about up 2/10 on his personal best right now. He's at the top of the charts. Still looking to see what he can get in the hairpin. The hairpin's the spot where you're going to get a ton of time. I know it might not seem like it, but it is. Like, if you get a really good entry and exit out of there, there's a ton of time to make up in that spot.
Yeah, there's a lot to do at the end of the lap as well, because after you get out of the S's, good save. And those last 2 hairpins, even though it's super wet, to really maximize your lap time, you gotta drop your TC at least a click or 2. So you gotta be brave, especially in qualifying.
If I remember right, it's supposed to be like when it rains, you're supposed to drop your ABS and then like drop the TC like 1 click from what you're normally doing. I thought that's what it was. I could be wrong.
So ABS for sure, because you don't want the ABS to kick in when you're braking, because you lose so much braking performance in the wet. So dropping that for sure. TC, it's probably car dependent more than anything. I'm sure a lot of our D1 drivers are probably still driving on 120 TC, maybe in some instances. I would imagine that most of our D2 drivers are probably driving on something similar to what they normally would, maybe 1 up. But yeah, I think it depends on the car, because some cars' traction control just is better than others.
That is true. That is true. I know what was it? Who was hounding me down? The McLaren was hounding me down. Lee was hounding me down in the Lexus too. And every time I had a car behind, it was just I had to keep like everything situated and sorted, because if I made a mistake, then it would lead to me going off track, and then the pressure would come up and I would lose everything else over it. So the rain does make a lot of drivers make a ton of mistakes. And if you're pressuring somebody from behind, if you just follow them for a while, for like a lap or two, they might make the mistake and you just get the overtake easily from there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dan Fernandez right now to the line, stays P number 2. Key factor, Justin McKechnie, is of course D2 qualifying debut, so that is interesting fact for the viewers. Less than a tenth separates the top 2 though, but that is an absolutely lovely looking lap time, 1:33.9. However, it is going to be slower than last night. Crazy enough, we saw 1:31.31 last night, so it is going to be all over the place. And now you look to all these drivers out there on the circuit with the absolutely lovely liveries. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications to get notified every single time Sim Racing Alliance goes live. Of course, this is Sim Play Racing because it's a simulator, you're sim playing, and that is a 214, which is off at the old hairpin. So that's an interesting fact. Also, another interesting fact about Donington, you can see Starkley's Bridge. It is quite literally on the exit of turn number 4, so that is what you see. And now down into the braking zone again. The S is tricky tonight. 1 minute of 12 remains on the clock. It's full wet weather. It's going to keep on plastering down. 25-degree track temperature, 22-degree ambient. It is 1 minute remaining for the Silvers, and you've got all the way. And yeah, he's going to win the channel points if you can make correct predictions. We've got a prediction going on. This didn't happen in D number 1, and now you've got all these drivers who possibly may want to win this. Around the final corner of Goddard's, you're going to get one more lap in if you cross the line before that 10-minute mark. Otherwise, you are not allowed to go for another lap time. The gold drivers will be released onto the circuit in 30 seconds. You can already see them lining up, as that is Dan Fernandez, who has gone to the top. 1 minute 33.540. He pulls over. He returns to the pit lane. That is his qualifying done. But has he done enough? He's got a good gap to Mike Gino and Leach, so we will see what happens there in the background. I'm hearing a little echo, as that is going to be all over the place for these guys. Nico Suave also making his way around as he heads into Goddard's.
Yeah, we'll see what his... Oh, he went into the pits, so he has ended his qualifying. I believe we are... Now Pablo Ferrer, who is...
Yeah, so we got Pablo Ferrer out there still, the number 46, I believe. No, 48 of Paul Hartman is still out there. The number 988 is still out there, and the number 101 is out there, but slowing. So a couple
Mike
drivers
Gino
still out there.
is stuck behind Pablo Ferrer, and his time stalled.
Yeah, he was doing pretty good. And as they both come through, we got Pablo Ferrer, who's going to come through the line first. Let's see what kind of time he puts up right now.
Yeah.
Is it good enough? It is not. He stays stuck there. The 46 of Mike Gino is still in second. And then the 48 of Paul Hartman, who's up 3/10 right now.
Yeah, he's going to get a pretty decent gain there up to P3.
Up to third. And then Andres Velasquez, who's in the number 988. Coming through, not good enough. He's going to stay in 8th. And then the 101 of Richie Wood. That's going to be your last person coming through. But right now, they're down on time. So I don't believe they're going to move. They're going to be staying there in 10th. And as we see him come into the pits, we're going to break out to Jacob Hall, who leads the train right now. This is the train for the golds. Let's see some time. Let's see what we could create, what kind of magic he can do here to get up into pole.
Yeah, first gold run now begins. It's Jacob Hall who leads the train. No lap times for the golds at all. Vargas unable to set a lap time there in the silver qualifying. So what will happen here? Out of Redgate and into Cranage, you see the yellows pop up as everybody slows down between Melbourne and of course Goddard's. But now into Old Hairpin, it's going to be Jacob Hall. Nice and smooth. It looked like a switch for a moment, but nice and clean as you head through Starkley's Bridge. Don't run wide because you will hit the grass and you will spin round in these wet conditions. Ballard's on the gravel apparently as you head up and through the right-hander. Now towards Coppice. Coppice is probably one of the hardest to get right in the wet, maybe the hardest. as it's right over the crest as you turn, and it can be blind where you go. A little bit of a twitch again for the McLaren. So Jacob Hull wrestling that Macca all the way around the circuit. Luckily enough, no drive-throughs here that he has to worry about. Down into the braking zone. Through the left, through the right, only drive-throughs can get in the race with a lap time invalidation if you push it too much, but don't push it too much into Melbourne, otherwise you will go deep. Onto the brakes, into the right-hander, and gonna hold that inside line as tight as possible. We saw it's very difficult and very tricky to make a move there. There was a bit of contact in the divisions last time, but otherwise nice and smooth. The rain lashes against the windshield as he goes a little bit deeper in the Goodharts, but a nice little switch back over and through, and he holds onto the throttle. Pedal goes to the metal, the foot goes to the floor, goes P2 on the Goodall outlap. Most definitely a banker, almost beats Fernandez, less than a tenth behind. Macomba goes into P number 9 there. Samuel Cortez now making his way through. Got the good old Porsche sat behind. The Porsche is extremely volatile in the wet if you know how to use it. Cortez, P number 18. And you've got plenty of drivers still improving. Goriel also up there. Going to be going to the line now in that pink and black Porsche. No improvement there. Jason Allen going to be heading around this final corner with a damn Ferrari logo on an Aston Martin. And now to the line, that's P number 4.
Some good times that we're seeing out here, and then Jason Allen having my driver number that I wanted all along, number 15. But right now we're on board with number 39 right now, a fan favorite. Philip Muller here getting up to P23 now, and then the 47 we got Joshua Worley coming through the final corner as well. Doesn't look to be on a valid, I don't think, but other people are improving right now. The 234 of Jacob Hall is currently improving, and improving he is. He's about 5/10 up on his time. He was knocking on that door to beat that P1 pole time, but now he's lost out a little bit of time. Let's see if he can get him back in the last lap, and it looks like he has. I think he's gonna knock him off. Bam, there you go. Jacob Hall knocking off Dan Fernandez there for P number 1 with a 133.270.
Very nice.
Yeah. Oof. Cortez, let's see what the Beamer can do around here. Final corner, good old Goodharts. And then down towards the line, it's going to be turn number 19. Well, turn number 19, P number 19. As we've also got Ilpo Lutzalainen making his way through as well. Good old Ilpo. Told me not to say he'll get a podium again and say that he doesn't get an interview again. Sorry, Ilpo, but you could definitely win this, buddy. As round into good old Melbourne and then into Goodharts again. Fun fact, reason it's not called the Goodharts hairpin is because Goodharts is actually the corner, because it can just be a little bit of a straight. Through the left-hander now, around the final corner, goes to the line, goes to the top of 133.062. If that form is on display, an interview may be looming.
Well, I'm champing the bit for some channel points. I think I'm the only person that said yes, we're going under 33, so giving those points maybe.
Yeah, we'll get that point out to you now.
No, it's not done yet. We're not
done yet.
Once it gets down under the 33, then it's done. So the time to put in your yes or no is already over. So he's done.
Give him his points. Right,
give him his points. He wants it.
He wants. Anyway, Logain is going to gain positions, hopefully. At least that is what he wants. Around the final corners, through Melbourne we go again, and it is going to be down into the final few corners through the left-hander. I am not going to repeat what Chat just said, and it is now into the final straight. Over the line, Porsche a little bit wiggly there. Argy-bargy right on the exit, rear end squiggle, but no, nice and smooth. P number 4 for him. You've got Noah Macomba, who's making his way through at the moment. Dude, where's my Beamer? No idea, you're currently driving a McLaren, buddy. And now into the right-hander again you go towards Coppice. Try not to spin, but that rear end is looking extra spicy tonight, if I do say so myself. And then, of course, you got all these drivers happening. The wipers are working overtime. Honestly, give them a pay raise.
Oh, I have a feeling they're gonna be working the entire rest of the night. I don't think we're gonna see dry conditions.
Welcome
That
to
is
Britain.
true.
Welcome
It's
to
wet
Britain.
all
It
the time.
always rains here.
Yeah.
Exactly. Apart from the fact that the one time we get heat, it sucks because it's a heat wave. As down the line, it's Murphy, stays P number 6.
Oh, the Comer's on a big lap.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Macomber.
He's knocking on that door. Right behind Jacob Hall right now.
Knockety knock knock, coming for that pole, and now around, and now Goddard's we do go. Try not to lose it on the exit. Gonna go to the line here. What will Macomber be able to do? It's provisional pole, 1 minute 33.030. What a lap time by Noah Macomber, but there's still time to beat it. Samuel Cortez, very deep there. Henry.
Oh, that's super deep, especially in the Beamer. Beamer likes to go nice and tight into that turn there. But there's one thing that I did notice in the Beamer compared to everybody else. Coming out of the corners, I got a little bit more umph and a little bit more pickup than everybody else. So you could be annoying, pretty much annoying. You can mess up the turn in if you're fighting somebody, but then the turn out, if you time it just right, you could just completely just bolt out of there compared to the other cars. And right now, Jacob Hall, let's go back on to Jacob Hall right now, because he's in P4. He's up 4/10 right now, knocking on that door to get under the 33.
Yeah, well, less than a 10th currently separates Macomber and Ruotsalainen. Can Jacob Hall be one of those drivers to do so? He's knocking on the door, but will he get there with him? Now down into Melbourne, and then Goddard's again. And of course, I'm just going to say the corner names because it's a lot easier than saying the numbers. As now down into these parts of the circuit, no plane spotted so far, probably because nobody's crashed. Yeah, I say that the 261 is in the barrier. It seems that was a yellow flag for them momentarily. Less than a minute remains on the clock. As you see the car in the background, it looks like it was a Porsche. Goes to the line. Jacob Hall goes to pole. 132.717 holds Macomber and Ruotsalainen to shame, and that is by 3 whole tenths. What a drive there from Jacob Hall, but he's still got lap time in there, and he's making his current way through at the moment. Samuel Cortez again deep at Goddard's, and now the Porsche's going to be in behind him as well. Schwartz is going to head to the line, goes to P number 5. Not too bad for the timing board there on his own end. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jason will not get another lap time in. His checkered flag falls. He goes P number 8. Damiani goes P number 7. That puts Allen down into P number 9. Here comes Philip Ennis-Muller in the Nissan. What will he be able to do tonight? He was talking big about him last night. Can he put it into retrospective today? Philip Ennis-Muller going to go to the line here. P number 10. Not too bad for the Nissan. The Lexus of Vilpo Ruotsalainen pulls into the pit lane. You've got Joshua Worley, who's currently making his way through Goddard's, and he's now going to pull it into the pit lane as well. Cortez and Goriel out there on the circuit at the moment. So is Jacob Hall, Macomber, Archie and Schwartz. Round Melbourne we go. The 270 is going to be off at the exit of the S's. The number 50 is off. So only 4 drivers out there. Currently still setting lap times. Nice and wet, nice and slippy. And now welcome to an accurate race. Into the pit lane comes Jacob Hall. No lap time looking for him. Could it be the fact that it's just too wet out there to improve now?
Yeah,
I think you're right.
I think maybe tires are a little bit worse for wear, but I believe this is a front row lockout for Dude, Where's My Beamer?
Yeah, and then the cool thing that one of our viewers has pointed out, No Rush 666, it's a 10th up at the top 3, I believe. And then after this guy comes in, John Archie, we're going to send it to the sponsors, and we'll be right back.
A huge thank you to our SRA sponsors and title sponsors for supporting us here at SRA, as well as support from Documise, a modern business solution for product management. Go to documise.com to learn more today. And support from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favourite classic systems, including Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and much more. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. And a big thank you to our affiliates, Track Racer. Experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chance to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced HUD to change the way you experience ACC. AT 3D Sim Shop. Upgrade your sim racing experience today with premium 3D printed accessories featuring precision crafted magnetic shifters, sleek cable management solutions, versatile stream deck mounts, and immersive dashboard displays. Their innovative designs enhance performance and style, elevate every lap with top tier quality and craftsmanship at at3d.net. Go Setups, premium esports setups for everybody. Use our affiliate link on our Discord and take your drive to the next level. Castle and Cauldron, a home-based crafting business specializing in handmade Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts and Fairy World collectibles. Magic wands, potions, mini dioramas, wall decor, costumery, cosplay and much more. Castle and Cauldron is where crafting meets the magical. Visit facebook.com/Castle Cauldron. And from KP Concepts, your source for custom automotive renderings, graphic design, and printing. We spend countless hours making you look all good for the spectacle. Check out kpconcepts.com for more.
Good. All right, we're back. Here for the grid walk. We're going to take you up through the top, through the grid here. In P32, we got Wilder Vargas. In P31, we got Pablo Ferrer. Ethan Marvin tops up the top 30. In the 30. In 29th, we got Michael de Schwartz in the Mercedes. In P28, we got Cody Platt. Nice looking livery there. Richie Wood in 27th. 26th is Nico Suave. 25th is Andres Velasquez. 24th is Thomas Olson. And then 23rd is Ian Byron. And then Adam, go ahead and take the next 10, buddy.
Yeah, we got Neil Sutherland in 22nd. In P21, we have Justin McKechnie, our new promotion from D3. Zodi Fade is in 20th. And then Sean Leach is in 19th, followed by Paulie Hartman in 18th, Mike Gino in 17th, in 16th we have Simon Goriel, and then Simon Cortez is in 15th, Joshua Worley in 14th, and then Murphy is in 13th as we are rolling, and then Dan Fernandez in 12th, followed by our esteemed admin Jason Allen in 11th, or I guess preceded by Philippinas Mueller's in 10th, CeeLo Gain in 9th, in 8th we have Jorge Bolsini Rivera, Josh Damiani's in 7th, Anthony Kelly's in 6th, Matthew Schwartz in 5th, John Archie is in 4th, and then Ilpo Ruotsalainen is in 3rd, and then our front row lockout for Dude Where's My Beamer, we have Noah McComber and Jacob Hall.
Bang. And that's all she wrote. All right, any predictions? What are you guys thinking? What are we going to do?
Well, I'm hoping we get a clean lap, but I think if we're going to have some shenanigans, I think it's going to start going down the hill 2, 3, and 4. I wouldn't be surprised if we see someone make a bobble in 8 at, Kotais, is that the corner number? Corner name, and then obviously
or something.
yeah, down that back straight into the S's. I mean, in the dry, it's a tough corner. In the wet, it's going to be tricky, especially. I mean, the track is looking pretty wet at the moment, so I think our drivers are probably going to be hesitant on that first lap because they're not gonna really know what the conditions are really like at racing speeds. So
there goes that tire barrier.
Screw you in particular, tire barrier. Jacob Hall said I'm taking it out on the formation lap. We're just getting it out of the way. Lexa Henry, what do you guys think we're gonna see?
Man, I feel like turn one, I feel like turn one's something's gonna happen, because like when the day before I didn't see that much going on with a ton of people, everybody being nice and steady, but I feel like the next day, like it's all saved up for the next day, and then everybody gets all wild for today. What do you think, Alexa?
Formation lap comes to an end, all the drivers will go double file. It's wet, it's slippy, it's overcast. Watch out for the jet wash, and it is now going to be here. It's season 15, round number 4, Donington Park, 1 hour race to come your way. All eyes will go to the gantry lights, some start in the corners. It's Donington Park, and it is going to be green flag drops, and we are racing. Jacob Hall gets a very good start, so does Macomba. Also going to be there for Ilpo Russell, and Porsche already on the outside, going to make contact with Ilpo. Heading into the apex of turn number 1, seemingly nice and clean for the rest of the grid, though. Few off into the grass, but all nice and clean, through and tidy. Down through the Cranner curves, the Lexus stays ahead. Archie also going to be there with Schwartz. The Porsche's holding on to positions. Spray is going to be crazy for all of these drivers. 1 degree lower than qualifying. Now nice and tidy. Archie Bargy, squiggle on the exit of Old Hairpin, up and through Starkley's Bridge. They now hold on to it, up through the right-hander towards Coppice. And then into the braking zone of S's is what the drivers will need to do. And then you look at all these drivers, seemingly not many moves done, but it's all to play for. Onto the Starkley straight, gonna hold on to these positions for the time being, and you can only imagine how it's gonna be out there. Jacob Hall leads this, heading into the S's chicane, followed by Macomba, then Ilpo Rutsalainen. It's then 3 triple Porsches, which is gonna be sat right behind. Pit window opens, only tyres. You gotta make the right choice around here.
Oh no!
That's gonna be Logate and Kelly, who both go wide, both into the barriers. That's gonna be the first incident here at Donington Park, and that is going to be a big question of who was at fault. That is absolute chaos, Adam.
Yeah, I have that down in the pip. Yeah, we'll see. I think it's going to happen right at the exit of the S's.
Yeah,
Logan
unfortunate.
With a huge run. Oh, and yeah, the McLaren just moved over. Didn't see him.
He couldn't do much. You could see on the PIP in the replay, that was wide on the exit out of S's, hit the gravel, tries to come back onto the circuit. The traction difference is nowhere to be found, and the left tyres just spin up and spin the car around. So that will be the McLaren at fault, but not really much you can do when there is exactly no runoff at this circuit. And now through Starkley's Bridge we go. Big rear end wobble for Murphy Henry.
Yeah, so we're doing pretty good here. A couple incidents in the back, just to give you a little bit of an update. There was an accident at the start of the race. 85 and 404 got into it a little bit at the start. I think that was turn 1, and then obviously that big old accident that we just saw with Logan and I forget the other name, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. Everybody's still being calm. We got single file lines going out there, but other people still trying to fight for positions here. Justin McKinney, our new D2 arrival, is doing pretty good. He's up into P7 or P18, chasing down P17. But all around, everybody's just trying to gain time here.
Yeah. You can move that was a move by Goriel on, I believe, Leach in the background as well, what we've just seen. Or was it? Actually, I think it may have been good. What has been there? That is a Porsche, and I believe a Beamer or an Aston off. So we will get a replay on the picture-in-picture. Adam, let's have you take us. In fact, we're going to get it on both views here. Adam, take us through this one.
Yeah, I believe that's CeeLo Gain again. I'm not sure. We'll watch it Henry's because I think it's further ahead. And it looks like Logan just bumps the BMW in front.
Yeah, may need to call in the cops after that one, as you've got. That's a hit on our cop car. You saw the British cop colours on the rear bumper, so you may need to call in the police for that one. But you got all these drivers making their way through. Jacob Hall still holding on to the lead, followed by Macomba. 1-2 as we got a big incident down at the Old Hairpin. The 101 is caught up in that. That's a 3-car pile-up, possibly 4, with something that has happened in the background. It looks like 3, more like 4 cars were caught up in that. We'll see if we can get a replay, which we will. Seems like we've got it on the picture-in-picture, but now you've got all these drivers making their way through. The 101 seemingly the driver who lost out the most in that. Right, thinking onto the back of Ilpo Ruotsalainen. You're also going to have the Porsche of Archie caught up in that.
Oh, no.
So all the chaos is kicking off here. Adam, while we work for a replay for what happened there at Melbourne, talk us through what happened at the Old Hairpin.
So we didn't see the inciting incident, but it looked like a 2 or 3 car incident that ended with a car parked in the middle of the track. And then I believe, as you called out, that was the 101 of Richie Wood. Just came through there and just no time to react to the car in the middle of the road, which created another 3-car incident.
Just a bit of information for you guys. Ilpo has dropped all the way down to 19th from that accident.
Yeah,
so
that's
big
tough.
drop. Big drop for Ilpo. I think that one's on me.
Yeah,
I said he was doing good in qualifying. I think that one's on me. I said nothing. This is totally not my fault. Oh, the 404's off at Old Hairpin.
Yeah, that's Ilpo again.
Oh,
Ilpo.
number 30's in there as well. Yep, everybody's getting caught out at Old Hairpin tonight.
Oh man, I know we had that going on in the hairpin. Oh, and there goes a move in the back there. Josh Domini and Jason Allen there switching positions there. But yeah, I know there was a big old incident yesterday with us in D3 in the middle. The car got stuck there. Cars facing each other the wrong way. And check out that fight back there.
Yeah, that is a mega fight. Why is it called hairpin when it's not a hairpin? Well, I'll tell you in a minute, because Jason Allen's looking for a move down the inside, and he's making his way through at the moment. Do you want to know why it's called hairpin?
Yeah.
Do you want to know why it's called hairpin? It's kind of in the name because we actually use common sense. It's called Old Hairpin because that's where the old hairpin used to be. I can't believe I have to explain that. I cannot believe I have to explain that.
I'm
that
sorry.
Is
I'm not well cultured.
We actually use common sense for our names over here, okay?
And it's where the old hairpin used to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Starkly, like 5 and 6 are called Starkleys Bridge because they passed Starkleys Bridge, which has been destroyed now, but there's still a bit of Starkleys Bridge as you go through turn number 5.
Does chat want me to actually Alexa, since Alexa just actually everyone? It's Starkey's Bridge, not Starkleys Bridge. Boom! I got on Wikipedia. Boom! Honestly, I actually did think it was called Starkleys until I just read that.
I thought so too.
That's what I've always heard it called.
Because do you want to know why? Because
Yes.
it is Starkleys Bridge. It's British language.
You guys invented the language, but you don't even speak it. It's insane. It's insane to me.
Yes, we do, because this is our homeland, and this is a lot of spray, and Justin McKechnie right now is trying to get past Zodi Fade. However, it seems like the Ferrari is fading into the mist, which is being kicked up by the cars. So now, down into Redgate, and then you're going to hold on to the rest of these teams. We got the number 30, who's been in the pit lane for quite a while. Lots of people have opted to take the tyres early. Don't think exactly working out. Is this weather accurate? Yes. This weather is very accurate to the UK because it constantly rains here. Apart from the few times a year that we do get heat, and it is absolutely excruciating heat because of the humidity. But one thing that is not humid is going to be that Nissan, because it's making its way through right now, and honestly, you probably don't want to hit that car because it's got a whole load of caution tape on the back of it, and now Philip Ennis-Muller is making his way through, holding on to his current position, and it is going to be Macomba, who currently has the fastest lap as well, and it's a Mako 1-2. Let's go, the British cars are leading.
Yeah, I mean, they have a big gap on John Archie, 5 seconds from Macomber to Archie, so I mean that's a very big gap already. We're not even 10 minutes into the race.
ton of people already been pitting already. I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people already in the pits.
Yeah. Yeah, I think those people that took damage early took the opportunity to pit. I think it's probably a safe bet because I don't think this rain is gonna lessen up. So I think going early and just getting your stop out of the way, trying to get in clean air is probably a good call at the moment. Because I don't think there's going to be too much concern over rain stopping or getting heavier at this moment.
Drizzle the guy calling out all the sandbaggers in chat, and we waited 4 rounds for this. He's shaking my head. Oh no! And we got George Rivera turned around there in the back.
Oh man.
That was with the number 472 and the 386 there.
Oh, why can I not find them?
And then
there we go.
Ali Gore saying that it's chaos. Car 101 with a sad face, cut on the grass, and there you go. What else can we see? Ugh.
Yeah, down the pip. I think that was Nitin
Murphy, yeah.
Got into the side of Jorge Blasina Rivera and spun both of them, unfortunately.
And right now... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's what's happened. We've got plenty of drivers. Oh, hello. I got very close to him. That Bentley got very close. I don't know how you're not gonna miss. I don't know how you're gonna miss that Bentley because it's bright yellow. It's a big warning sign. As Wally is getting close to the rear end of Muller. I'm sorry, Versace is coming out tonight, okay? Versace is built up across the entire season, and it's coming out at the home GP. Let me just do a quick hair flick. There we go. And now down into turn number 1 of Redgate, you're going to have all these drivers making their way through. There's a carbon fiber Ferrari apparently. It seems like somebody forgot to sing the liveries. And
we both synced right before the race started.
Yeah, we both did.
Jason Allen goes off, a big slide coming through turn number 3, and that is him down and done. Wow. He just slid off into the distance, and that is why it can catch you out. Turn number 4 comes at you thick and fast. As soon as you're out of turn number 3, if you're in the middle of the right and you try to turn, you are going off just like Jason did.
I wonder if he got some help. Nope, he got on the curb and just went.
I mean, the curb helped him.
Definitely gave him.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's right. This is racing 101. You're in a high-speed section. You don't go on a curb when it's wet. The paint will make you slip. Racing 101. You've got a car. You can go fast. Just don't spin it. As right now, Philip Ennis-Muller also making his way through, and it is going to be Nordschleife. In fact, that is very, very true. It's a shame we don't have the Nordschleife on the calendar, but I'm not complaining. We've got Donington, and it's accurate. As it's still Jacob Horn who now leads, but he's got the fastest lap instead of his teammate. It's then going to be Archer who sits P number 3, Damiani P number 4. Somebody just came into the pit lane. That would be Wally. So they have opted for the pit stop strategy, going for an undercut. We saw it in D1. It can be very accurate. Philip Ennis-Muller, big rear end switch, good catch going into Redgate. And it is going to be a good catch by the Nissan in the red, white and blue of the good old Union Jack. And it is now down into the braking zone of Old Hairpin as well. Also going to have the red, white and blue of the Union Jack on Thomas Oldhausen. Look, it's the British GP. Let me have a moment. As you have got all these drivers making their way through. Wally still in the pit lane. So that is what's happening in the background there. You've got so many drivers. P number 22 downwards seemingly have decided to go for their pits, have seemingly decided to go for the undercut, either be down to damage or just their own intent. But it's all over the place for Philip Ennis-Muller. 386 is off at the right-hander just after Starkleys Bridge, and they are returning to the pit lane, and they are gone. That is done and dusted. They do not want to be in this race any longer. Rain is still on the forecast for the next 30 minutes, so the only way we're going to get some dry weather is if it dries up quickly in those final 10 minutes. It's medium rain, very close to the back of Philip Ennis-Muller, number 15 off in the background as well. So that would be Jason Allen one more time. He's at a moment coming out of the S's, maybe just like lap number 2, like we saw with the McLaren and the Porsche earlier, going deep into Goodhart's. He's going to be Cortez. He did it so much in qualifying, and he's going to do it again. Driver pulls into the pit lane. That will be Fernandez who opts for that pit stop strategy. Now into Redgate again. All these drivers holding onto these lines. We've got a nice little bit of action and a nice little fight out there. But right now, it is the dude, Where's My Beamer, locking out the 1-2 in the black and white McLaren's out there. Whole lead, followed by Macomba, with Archie rounding off the podium, Adam.
Yeah, the gap out front is staying pretty steady. Archie's holding it at about 5 seconds to Macomber. But I believe that, Zilber's Lion's taking the purple lap of the race. I think Joshua Worley has possibly played an absolute blinder here, getting out of that traffic. If you look at the track map, he's just starting on the front straight, and he has about 25 seconds clean air in front of him. So he is, or 15 seconds, sorry, as the 5.26 of Fernandez just came out a few seconds behind him. So those cars in front of him, they hopefully are keeping an eye on their gap. Otherwise, I think he's going to undercut a lot of people.
Yeah, well, right now down into Melbourne, we've got Sutherland versus McKechnie. McKechnie in the debut for D2, going to try and hold on to the position. Ford Mustang's going to be there, right up against them. Napa colours here at Donington, looking for the glory like they do in real life, but it's not going to be there for him. HRT Ford Performance is going to hold into that position right now. Let's go to McKechnie. Let's see what team he is driving for here in the Sim Race Alliance, right up against them as well, and it is going to be all over the place. Neil Sutherland, P number 9 for the time being. He is in this fight with the Ferrari, and it's a nice little battle between these two drivers in the classic yellow and blue, which is infamous here at Donington Park. AKA, you should watch the BTCC, just like you get battles like this. And now wheel to wheel, side by side, going through the left-hander here at SRA. Going to be down into the braking zone of Old Hairpin. You do not want to get close, and it is going to be the Ferrari who opts to go safe and back out of that one, Henry.
Yeah, some great action going on here. Super great action going on here. Just can't, this everywhere you look, it's just everybody being everywhere. Just insane amount of like
261 off at S's.
I'll get it in the pit.
Oh, it was low gain. Low gain. Yeah, low gain is. Did it look from Adam? Did it look like it was? It looks like it was contact as the plane flies over the circuit and into East Midlands Airport. These drivers are absolutely flying around this circuit. If you like what you're seeing and you would like to join, go to sra.gg for more information and join the Discord today. If you're watching on Twitch, you can subscribe with Prime to ensure you get no adverts throughout the entire race in action. We appreciate all the support, and if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications to support the drivers out there tonight and get notified every single time that SRA does go live. But gentlemen, this is the key factor here, especially in this wet weather. The more that Sutherland and McKechnie have been battling, Leach has now caught up, and he is all over the back of the Ford and the Ferrari.
So race control did not detect any contact with Logain's car there, so I think that was a one-car incident.
So possibly
right.
may have been. I'm trying to. To be fair, it happens at Donington quite a bit. You want to get as far to the right as possible when you're going into that chicane. So possibly a tap on the grass, kicking the rear end out. So that's seemingly what happened. We saw it in D1 last night quite a bit, so possibly there as well. We've also got the number 40, which is off again at the Old Hairpin just before Starkleys Bridge. So it is going to be an interesting one. As chat says no adverts, has Queasy ad, SMH my head. Hey, we got to give a big thank you to our SRA sponsors and title sponsors for supporting us here at the Sim Racing Alliance. Of course you can support us at SRA.gg, or you can do it in the Discord. And then now going to look for a switchback is going to be McKechnie, but Sutherland wants the up and under. He's going to try cover it off, going to go down and done, maybe have a little bit more for it, and You have a read them out. You have a script. Why would we do that when you get to hear Queasy's lovely voice? Big rear end wobble, and I don't think that was intentional, but McKechnie into the pit lane. So maybe, just maybe, it looked like the rear end went there, but he may have been. It looks like he's going for an unintentional undercut.
I believe you're right. That's gonna be a big one if he ends up making it stick. If it was on purpose, I believe it was on purpose, but you know, it did look like that back end did come out a little bit too much. But I think a happy accident is gonna do him pretty good. If you can't pass him, just go to pit to pass. You know. And right now, Ilpo's got the fastest lap at a 132.8 right now.
Yeah, and then in the pit, the battle for the lead is under a second. I wonder how much of a team game we're gonna see here, or if maybe McComer's gonna go for the undercut here, or Hall's gonna protect it. This is gonna be interesting to see. Because I think that's lap traffic that's behind them.
That is.
Or is that? No, that is John. Is that John? No, that is not John.
No, that's not John Archie.
John Archie is about 3 cars back in the purple.
Yeah. So right now, the top two have a 4.2 second lead on John Archie, and then John Archie has a 12-second lead on Josh Damiani in P4. So that's a lot of time that you got to do whatever the heck you want. And if they keep going at this pace, I'm pretty sure they're going to wait till the last minute to pit in and just be safe on that.
I don't know if they'll wait till the last minute just because you can't maximize your tires in that situation, but I think they're going to wait for most of the field to pit because you don't want to come out in traffic because it's going to ruin your race. But yeah, so as far as our pitters go, Worley is the leader on track of the cars that have taken their pit, but as it stands now, Hall would come out about 12 seconds ahead of him. So Worley would be in around the P4 range. So that'll be interesting to see if he can pick up any more time and maybe undercut up in the top 3.
Yeah, well, Gino and Sutherland into the pit lane. Sutherland definitely coming into the pit lane to ensure that he can cover off that undercut that the Ferrari of McKechnie is going to be trying now, intentional or not. Where are they going to come out? That is the question, which is going to be happening there through the left-hander of the Goddard's hairpin and then down the main Wheatcroft straight past the pit lane, which is, like I said earlier, a lot more like Alton Park than it is Silverstone. Honestly, I hate Silverstone pit lane so much. And then now down through the right-hander, avid Silverstone hater, but Donington is absolute peak, and this is peak racing as you got Hall leading from Macomber, then Archie at the current moment. Of course, the top 12 still yet to pit. Vargas and Kelly also still yet to pit. You got Fernandez out there for Competition, also in the back trying to chase down Lexus just in front. It's good on the straight line speed. In fact, is that a Beamer or a Lexus? It's hard to tell. The liveries can play a bit of mind game sometimes. Shame we don't see any Lamborghinis out there tonight. They are very good around this circuit. Now into the braking zone. However, you also see Sutherland in the background, so he has got the jump, quite a big jump on McKechnie.
Wow.
Move being done by Fernandez.
Wow,
I think you were... Oh, sorry.
McKechnie had a little bit of a slow stop. He lost about 3 seconds in the pit lane compared to Sutherland.
To that fact, I think...
a lot of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that that 5-second gap. I'm gonna side with Alexa here and say that was not on purpose. That pit was not done on purpose by Justin. He lost the rear end, went in, and then pretty much slowed down to go through the pit. I believe that's my assumption on it. Since he went into the pit unknowingly, he had to adjust all pressures and everything before going in, and that's why we see that 5-second thing.
Yeah, like you saw the rear end kick out going through Goddard's. So McKechnie's pit stop definitely not decided there. Vargas still yet to pit now as Sutherland behind him. Fernandez got through at Melbourne. So now, big rear end wobble there for the Ford Mustang. And that is going to get real spicy. in the regard of the American unit, but the Beamer goes deep, and now it's going to be the move around the outside. More traction, more power in that Ford, even though it's got a 200 horsepower cut this season, but that gets the move done. And now McKechnie is going to be the one who's going to be chasing down this race. He wants to get past that Ford Mustang. You see him in the background as well, being hunted by two pure white cars. That's Murphy and Ilpo Rutsalainen in the background. Ilpo, of course, fastest lap, and you've got so much spray around this circuit.
Ton of spray. Another good assumption by one of our viewers. We got Justin could have gotten moved in the pit as well, but is that worth 5 seconds?
It would explain the 3 he lost in the pits if that's what it was.
That makes sense.
I would imagine that with the weather, they probably maybe didn't need to adjust pressures, but I mean, you never know how anyone has it set up. It's hard to say. I've at a race at Donington before have opted to take my pit stop just because I was on that side of the track, and I was like, well, I'm here, I may as well just go in. It could have been either.
Well, it could have been either, so now you opt for it. Yellow flag momentarily. Going around the circuit. That is at Starkleys Bridge. Ilpo Rutsalainen is not off this time. It's the number 40 again. That will be Marvin. He's had a bad time in this section number 2 of Donington Park. Seemingly the high-speed section after Old Hairpin being quite a tricky section for some of the drivers out there. Ilpo Rutsalainen all over the back of Murphy as he's now holding up Ilpo with the Lexus, trying to get past. It's Lexus v Lexus, as it is both white versus white. One's Force India, one is Castrol. Of course, the livery this season is based off real life, from what the reveal stream said and what the theme was. I'm Alexa Marshall, joined by Adam Santana and Henry Ramirez, as you can see on the bottom left of your screen. We're bringing you all the action this season, and you've also got McKechnie, who's still trying to make his way through. He's now going to look for the inside of the BMW. The Lexus is have caught up as well, so now you're going to have a 4-car fight heading through here deep for Vargas. That's going to be the one, the only, the good old firm. That's going to be McKechnie. One more time round the outside, one more time for all the good times, and now he's going to hold the line. The rear end squiggle this time round. Gonna go across down the Wheatcroft straight up against the Beamer. Like Henry said earlier, it's got good acceleration out of the corners, but the Ferrari is known in the corners, and it's gonna hold on to it this time as we head through Redgate. Now Vargas has to take an opportunity here. I would say he has to pit at the end of this lap. He is getting absolutely swarmed. Murphy follows through. Now Ilpo Rutsalainen is going to be fighting in front. You can see the rear end of that Beamer squiggling out. So personally, as round, that is going to be the number 40 again. Almost got caught up in that, but the 3-3-1 is off. That is Cortez up and off through the right-hander just before Coppice. So that is what's happened there. Luckily enough, not seemingly in the middle of the circuit, off on the side in fact. Almost rejoins, but that is going to be all over the place. Yellow flags fly, and it is now going to be this. Welcome in, Skino. How you doing, console buddy? And now down the back straight, it's going to be all this. Cortez, we get visual. Ilpo Rutsalainen gets the move done just before the S's.
Great friggin' action happening all around this track today, and it's really good. Everybody's just fighting. I don't know if they're gonna be able to like take a break at all, to take a swig of like water or whatever the heck they're drinking. But I know last night I was sweating like crazy. Every single position that I had or lost, it's gonna be crazy. These guys are gonna be tired after this.
For sure. So 2 things. Hall and McComber both have taken their pit, and they came out in the order they went in. And Worley is 14 seconds back from McComber, so Archie as John Archie is now gone in the pits, should feed out back into P3 pretty easily, I would assume.
That's pretty good.
Also, I just saw the carbon fiber Ferrari, and I'm going to say that's on Justin. I think Henry has a livery because they were in D3 together. I don't sync D3 because I don't broadcast D3. So it was Justin, not me.
Okay, cool.
Not you, Not you particularly. I'm saying chat.
Yeah.
Get after him. Get after him.
Go get your boy.
No, I'll try and ping him later just to remind him.
Yeah. We got Skino, Big as Alexi at 3 a.m. Giving you a shout out. Clean air for Jacob should do him well, says no rush 666. And ACC still GOAT status on PC, says Jess. But yeah, a ton of racing still left to go. We got 30 minutes left to go. Right now, Joshua Worley's up into P5. Josh Damiani is up into P7 right now. Another big mover. Jacob Hall and Noah McCumber have now taken up P2 and P3. And we got Ilpo, who's actually doing a pretty good recovery. He's got a good recovery drive going for him right now. He's up in the 14th now, knocking on the door of P13 with Nitin Murthy there trying to hold him out. But
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Ilpo can get it back into the top 10. But yeah, everyone has pitted except for Zodi Fade and Vargas. I think Vargas just took his pit. He's in the
Ford Mustang and apologies for an error, Adam. The Ford Mustang and the Ferrari once again locked in that battle. McKechnie has got the move done on Sutherland, so maybe we could get a little replay on that, as we didn't get exactly the best angle between both drivers, as apparently the helicopter got up in the air for a second. That's illegal, helicopter operator, because you're in the middle of a flight path. You didn't get permission from ATC. Round the outside, through Starkley's bridge, through the right-hander, and that is how the Ferrari gets it done into the right-hander before Coppice. Nice and smooth, and it seems that Skino is in the chat. I know, and for anybody else watching on the VOD, if you would like to join the Sim Racing Alliance, even if you just want to chill with us, if you're on console and you just want to chill with the community, you can type !Discord in the chat. That will give you a link to the Discord channel, to the Discord server. And if you would like to get in on the action or create an SRA profile, go to sra.gg. So that is how it is going to be going, and it is how that is all done, and it is going to be all over the place. Zodi Fade leads right now, but no pit stop made. So Jacob Hall leads on there, followed by Macomba. Then it is Archie. The top three seemingly unchanged since the start of this race. Murphy trying to hold on to that position right now. Will Zodi Fade opt for the pit stop? Yes, he will, it seems. So that is going to be an opportunity. Zodi Fade into the pit lane. So Jacob Hall is about to take the lead back of this race.
That's a pretty long time to be out on tires, almost 32 minutes long. I know I was suffering like right at around 25, I think.
Yeah, how were your guys' conditions? Were they, I assume they were, well, I think you said that they were a lot lighter than this.
Yeah, way lighter.
So that, that's probably a decent reason why. But yeah, no, go ahead, sorry.
No. I was just saying that it was light yesterday. It started off dry. We were begging, or what? It didn't start off dry. It started off with like a sprinkle, and that sprinkle stayed on for about, like, I want to say 15 minutes, and then at the 15-minute mark, then it went to light, and we were all begging. I know in the VC we were all begging for water, and we were all begging for temperature to go down. Once that happened, then we all just jumped into the pit at that point. I think that was like at the 25-minute mark or something like that. But yeah, this, I would have liked to have a full wet res like it is right now, just because it's a lot easier to manage with the tires and the pressures.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, no, D1 last night, even the drivers were like, it was incredibly difficult because it was in the point where the track wasn't wet enough for the wet tires to work properly, but it wasn't dry enough for the slick tires either. So towards the end, so when you came down to where the tires were starting to go, you had to go offline quite a bit just to try and get them cool before a braking zone. It was absolute horrid trying to get the tires correct, as the 331 is off of the old hairpin and they return to the pit lane. Says we will get a replay as what happened there. You can see it on the picture-in-picture in the bottom right as Murphy is trying to make a move here down into old hairpin. It's the same as Jason Allen earlier, and it's just a touch of the curb, off you go. And Murphy has got the move done on Sutherland whilst that was going.
Oh man, I held my breath for a second when he made that move, because once he came off of the chicane there, it looked like the back end kind of swung out a little bit on him, but taking a tight little turn there into the hairpin. You got Elpo there that's wanting both of these guys to hurry up and make up the decision so he could overtake both of them here. It's just, I feel for Elpo too right now, just because I know he's got a lot more pace in there. But also I think he wants to just have a safe, clean race from this point on, just because of what happened earlier.
Yeah, an incident at this point would be, a small incident wouldn't be a problem, but anything that's contact with another driver is going to make the race exponentially harder. So yeah, this is be patient, what you were talking about earlier. Follow as close as you can, try force a mistake and get through.
Yeah, well, we're gonna wait and see. You got all these drivers currently making their way through. 25 minutes remains on the clock here at Donington Park, so it becomes an interesting one. Let's go. My promotion worked. We've got Skino in the Discord. My promotion worked. Yes. SAS mode enabled. Hair flick. Boom, bam, bosh. Let's go.
Skino.
Oh God. There. Okay. There. I flicked my hair a bit too hard. Yeah, I flicked my hair a bit too hard. So it's Fernandez who holds on right now, and it is going to be not SAS for him. He's holding now. He's had a pretty good race so far. I just want to point this out. Kelly isn't pitted yet. Kelly? You might want to pit.
Oh yeah, because he didn't serve his stop on the first one. I think he just fixed his damage.
Oh man.
I would have, or he maybe didn't. Well, no, you can't take fuel that's locked, so yeah, he would have just fixed damage if he didn't take tires. That's weird that he wouldn't take tires and fix damage at the same time.
It looks like I have it in the
there
you
goes. He stopped, but he didn't satisfy the requirements, so he didn't change tires.
Makes sense.
That's a weird choice that he wouldn't do that. Woo! Jason
No,
nice drift.
I believe he only fixed the damage because he got caught up with that Porsche, didn't he, on lap number 2?
That makes sense.
Right, but you change tires at the same time because it doesn't cost you any time.
But if it was too early?
Yeah, but he just lost another 55 seconds by pitting them.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
You got to take the pain of the tire. Well, yeah, I guess I see it both ways, but you don't want to. Maybe he was thinking if the weather changes later, then he doesn't want to.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I would have just done the tire change at the same time, but maybe he just wasn't ready for it. And I mean, obviously that stuff happens really fast, and trying to do all that stuff yourself can be tough, especially like where the pit entry is and how short the pit lane is. So yeah, it's hard to make those split-second decisions by yourself.
Yeah, it's super hard, especially when you're trying to keep it all on the track. Your rear end is just going squiggly all over the place,
Every day of my life.
Oh yeah.
Just a little bit argy-bargy, rear end squiggle off the exit. Yes,
They got race engineers. Rush telling you they got race engineers. Don't question
Kelvin.
it.
Sorry. Not everyone can have you in voice chat with them on what to do.
We will question it because it's kind of our job.
Question everything.
It is kind of our job to commentate about what is happening and questioning the driver's choices sometimes. Speaking of which, this is one thing I'm going to question. Ferrari manufacturer, why are you driving on the left-hand side? We're in the UK, you're supposed to be driving on the right.
Negative.
Yeah,
they're on the right side.
No. Here's the thing. We quite literally drive on the right side of the road.
Yes, which is the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, wrong side.
But the right side is the right side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The right-hand side is the right side of the side of the road.
The right-hand side is the wrong hand. It's the wrong side of the road.
No, it's the right-hand side of the road because it's the correct side of the road, which is the right-hand side of the road. Because in the olden days, when you were passing each other, you didn't want your sword. Yeah, you didn't want your sword, especially in Japan. Actually, you didn't want your katana clinking against somebody else's katana when you go in along the road. So
yeah, but it's sheathed, isn't it?
Well, I have.
If they touch, and here in Britain, that was in Japan. Here in Britain, it was actually you drove on the left-hand side of the road and sat on the right, because the correct way to do it was when you're passing somebody when you're on your horse, you've got your right hand free, so then you can shake the hand.
Well, I have news for you. When the car was invented, no one was carrying swords anymore.
Too damn well. Guess what? Guess what? That's too damn bad. And guess what? That's too damn bad. And trams actually came out before cars did, and they still drove on the correct side of the road. So realistically, either way, while we go at this, Wally's up in a fourth, by the way, with the absolutely mega undercut. He's got that absolutely perfect, and it seems like we've got no more airs. It seems like we've got no more planes landing at the moment. So we're watching the race in action, and the spray is absolutely plastering Jason Allen's car right now.
Yeah, now that everyone has done their pits, I think I know Henry did it a little bit ago, but I think let's do our big movers now that we're a bit more settled. Worley up 11 from 15th to 4th. That's huge, especially because they're P2 in the team championship. I believe Worley's at least top 5 of the drivers. I can't remember already. Zodi Fade up from 20th to 6th, up 14 positions. That's huge. Mike Gino carrying his teammate Jason Allen, who qualified 8 positions ahead of him, 6. Math is hard, but Mike Gino is up 10 positions to 7th. Justin McKechnie is up 10 to 11th. Sutherland is up 8 and 14th. Velasquez is up 9 and 15th. Olsen and Suave are both up 8 positions in 17th and 18th. Matt the Schwartz is up 8. Ferrer is up 9. I mean, we got a lot of big ones. And then Vargas is up 7 because he started in the pit lane and he's up 25th.
Yeah, I just want to point this out. I swear Kelly pitted.
And he didn't pick it up, huh?
Oh no! What did he do?
Did he not set tires?
You think maybe it's like a bug and it's just
I don't know what else he would have done when he stopped. Let me check his
check how long his pit stop was.
It was only 7 seconds. So yeah, he didn't have tires set.
Yeah, so it's on his set. So all I can guess right now is that he's just gonna go as far as he can and then pit at the end and just hope. Like at the end of the window. Like that's kind of the only thing you can realistically do now.
He doesn't have a choice, you're right.
Yeah, Porsche looking for the inside of the S's. Ooh, no move. Back to you, Adri.
Oh no. Nico, I was just going to say Nico Suave trying to take a position here, but now being hunted down by the Porsche of CeeLo Gain here. If he's not careful, he's going to get overtaken himself. But Paul Hartman is getting a little bit of a relaxing breath right now since Logain has come on to attack Nico Rico Suave. But up ahead, as we take a look, we got Mike Gino in the 46. He tried to take over P5 from Zodi Fade, and then Dan Fernandez in P9 trying to take over Jason Allen's.
I think Fernandez just went off.
Yeah.
I think Fernandez went wide. Yeah, Fernandez went wide there. All aboard the Zodi Fade train, because he's got Gino, Damiani, Jason Allen. He did have Fernandez behind him, but Fernandez decided to go for a bit of rally instead of GT3 racing. There's WRC for that, not a set Corsa Competizione. As right now into the braking zone and holding on to this. Not gonna lie, imagine if this may sound crazy. Imagine if SRA had a rally championship.
I know a couple places that do. It's pretty fun.
Hey, admins, can we get a rally championship? I'd be down. I'd be down. They do. Huh?
I'd buy round wheel for it.
Hey! I got in my defense, I've got a Logitech G920.
You can do everything.
Yeah, I can do everything. Into the braking zone once again of Redgate.
Yoris on the chat asking what happened to George.
He got spun by Nitin Murthy, unfortunately. And I think something else happened after that, but I don't remember what it was, and he is no longer in the circuit.
We got Marvin in the pit now too.
Yeah, I think he's been sitting there for a little bit. I think after he had that spin, I think when he was in traffic of cars that had lapped him, I think he opted to park the car after that, unfortunately. Yeah, he's been parked for, he's 10 laps down or 12 laps down, so yeah, he's been parked for a little bit. But staying in, hopefully helping his teammate out.
It looks like Ilpo and Nitin have been fighting it out like crazy lately, because I know I saw earlier that Ilpo had passed him, but then he's behind him again. So
I think there was an incident in front of them, possibly. There was something I caught earlier, but we had eyes on something else, and he's got a little bit of a run here.
Yeah, he's gonna. Ooh, yeah, get it, buddy, get it.
Okay, you don't on it, right? I'm just gonna say this, Henry. Don't say that when we're looking at the rear end of a car.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. That's not any worse than what I said last week.
Yeah, no. To be fair, that's true. You got caught in. You got caught.
Roasted.
You got roasted, but you got roasted by chat last week, Adam.
What did you do?
Bad. So I was trying to say there was two cars bound very close, and I was going to say that the car on the inside was going to edge out the car on the outside, and then there, like, one of them had a big wobble in the middle of the corner, and then you can imagine what I said that I got roasted for.
I'm not going to imagine it because I'm going to pretend it didn't happen.
Whoa!
What in the world?
What? The game has had a moment. We still got picture going, so that's on Henry's end.
No,
so...
I think Nico disconnected.
No.
Oh yeah, no.
Something weird.
I'm looking at the board. I do not see a Nico Suave.
No, I don't see him. I think he disconnected.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he went bye-bye.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Under 50 minutes left.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me.
Did he come back? I don't see him.
Yeah, he's there. I don't know what happened.
It must have just been a
quick little blip
issue. Yeah. Okay, good news. He's back.
Yeah.
He's back. Dude, where's my Beamer? More like, dude, where was my Lexus for a moment? As heading up through Starkleys Bridge and down into the corner again. Got a little bit of Starkleys in the background. And then through the right-hander. And it is going to be all over the place. I need to check chat real quick, but I'm also keeping an eye on the racing. What did Arjun say?
Now I
He's just being
understand. No, I understand.
Arjun, yeah. Arjun,
yeah, you figured it out.
Yeah, I figured it out. But also, that's not what I was going for. I was just saying get the position, but all right.
I know. That's not what I was going for either.
Why is it I'm the only one here who is ever in context, and I'm the one who's doing this at early hours in the morning? You guys are doing this at a normal time. Yeah, I'm the one who's doing this at the most deranged hours, and yet I'm the most in context.
Because we're old and we've worked 3 full days of the week so far, and we just want to go to bed.
Yep.
Damn.
It gets rough. Hey,
it gets rough after a bit.
Don't worry. I got uni to deal with eventually.
When you start getting 2-day hangovers, get back to me, because that's when things get bad.
Those are
guess
the
what?
worst.
I don't get hangovers. Guess what? I don't even get hangovers. No, I do drink. I just don't get hangovers.
Well, that's gonna change as well.
Yeah, I used to be that way, and no, not no more. It just came back and punched me in the face.
The first 2-day hangover was a nightmare. I mean, they're always a nightmare, but the first one, just like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
Hangover's famous last words. Well, you know what's hanging over the circuit? Well, you know what's hanging over right now? It's the rain on the circuit. It's going to be wet from the end. We are 1 degree down on the track temperature on the circuit as well, so a little bit cooler since the start of the race. So you can only imagine how the tyre temperatures. Big wiggle there for the Porsche. A little bit squiggly on the rear end, but now up and through Starkleys Bridge. Don't end up spinning it and sending it into a barrier, because that will end your race, and nobody wants that. That's a big old no-no. And then up through the right-hander again. Avoid that inside as much as possible, because you will spin. And then down into Coppice. Again, of course, it looks nice and smooth here on the cameras what we have, but nope, in the car that is a blind crest into a right-hander, so good luck. Not also to take into account, you've also got the spray coming off the cars just in front of you, so imagine if there was imagine what lap 1 must have been like inside the cars. Must have been a little bit wet, and sticky, as going down into the braking zone of Melbourne in a right-hander and holding onto it as you head through these corners. And luckily enough, I'm still not going to use the F token like Henry and Adam have already used this season.
Boy,
As you got the Porsche who's going to be going down into the left-hander one more time, going to be going onto the main straight of Wheatcroft again. No move done there, but it is going to be nice and tidy for the Ferrari, which is going to continue around this circuit. Zodi Fade is holding on to the Zodi Fade train all aboard the Express to Donington Park on the Midland Main Line. And now you've got the Porsche who is continuously hammering at the rear end of Gino. That is Damiani, who's trying to get that move done as you head through Craddock Curves and into Old Hairpin again. We've seen many drivers go off here. Down on the main straight, that's going to be a move there. Take us through it, Adam.
Yeah, we had a big battle. As we had eyes otherwhere, Sutherland got back by McKechnie, and Velasquez was in front of him, and Velasquez must have made a mistake because Sutherland, McKechnie, and now Olsen are in front. So Olsen and Velasquez were fighting for the hairpins, and then Redgate, and it looks like Olsen has now got through. And Jason head admin Jason Allen is up in position. Let's see if we can. Oh, I think it's already done there.
Yeah.
Oh, we have it in front. Okay, no, we have that on the main screen.
We're already watching it on the main screen, buddy.
The problem is Henry and I are all on the same page with like what we were watching. So there's times where like oh wow.
Lucky enough, it wasn't free live. What, like D1 yesterday? That could have ended very badly. Oh my god.
That's very gentlemanly though, because instead of almost running into him, he stopped.
Yeah.
Well, of course it's gentlemanly. We're in Britain, gonna get the tea and crumpets out after the race, have a good old tea party, heading down into Redgate one more time. Honestly, who would have loved some good old red tea? But right now, McKechnie and Sutherland, we've seen this battle between these two this entire race. They just cannot escape each other. Looking for the inside now towards Redgate, it's going to be the Be Safe car. Luckily enough, in the Napa colours, but no glory so far, it seems, from the move at the moment. And yes, I'm referencing Napa because BTCC wheel to wheel, side by side, as we do have a replay seemingly on the PIP, but now it's going to be McKechnie who gets the move done through Cranach Curves and down towards Old Hairpin, Adam.
No, they weren't coming too hard, but at the front, John Archie has got it within a second of Noah McComber for P2. I don't think we need to break away from what we're watching, but I'll keep an eye on that gap because it seems like Archie has closed it down, and he is maybe the fastest of the top three right now.
Well, it is going to be 7 minutes 30 left on the clock, so all over the place you keep on driving. Luckily enough, you don't get any red flags. Luckily enough, if this was Formula 1, you would have some good old red flags flying right now and no racing action. But no matter what the weather, SRA brings you the racing action like you're seeing tonight. And now that is why Donington Park is better than Silverstone. As you continue around this circuit, you got no safety cars, you got pure racing action. Passing a lapped car there is a Jacob Hall. He currently leads, followed by Noah McComber and then John Archie. His lapped car gonna play a bit into traffic. We're gonna find out as McComber has got the Porsche hunting down behind him, trying to close in as quickly as possible. How will the lap traffic come into play? We're about to find out. Heading now down through Coppice. Laps coming from the way, big squiggle there for Noah McComber. Here comes Archie.
He's gonna get him.
Full advantage. Is he gonna get him down into the S's? They're gonna hold up against each other. The McLaren obstacle. John Archie, who gets into P number 2, and I don't think that was the lapped car. That was completely on McComber.
No, I think the lap car checked Macomber up completely. Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't. And you couldn't see it, but Macomber did get right behind him and got checked up.
Yeah. The rear gunner job for Macomber is gone out the window now, and now Archie smells blood in the water and is chasing down Jacob Hall with 6 minutes left to go here. Do we think John Archie's got it?
I don't know if there's enough time. It's 2 seconds. Last lap was 8/10. This lap, I assume it's gonna be. I mean, it's the gap has grown. It was, I believe, Macomber was 2 seconds behind Hall starting that lap. So I mean, Archie's gonna have to put in 3 laps of his life just to even get a sniff. I think. I don't think the battle for P2's over. I don't think John Archie is demonstrably that much faster than Noah Macomber right now, but we'll see. I think this is what the battle for the end. I'll hop on for the battle of P5 with Zodi Fade, Mike Gino, and Jason Allen.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping, and we haven't really called it out, but Mike Gino is leading the silver field. I hope that stays the same because I would love to interview Mike Gino, see what he has to say about his teammate, among other things.
Yeah, well,
Josh Allen getting closer, huh?
It seems as Mike Gino is still holding on to it. Jason Allen is all over the back of him, fastest man on the circuit at the moment with the fastest lap. So it is going to be all to play for. But the rear end seemingly an issue for Jason Allen tonight. We've seen the rear end step out on his Aston Martin many times before, and that was another moment there. And I just want to say that is a beautiful looking SRA logo with the different colours. If you don't know, you can subscribe. We are not sponsored by Speedlink.
No, not even a little bit.
Oh man. Was that a lap car that had got in front of Jason Allen in the chicane that I saw earlier?
I think so.
Yeah, right, because we see it in the pit right now, that car pulling out to the side right now on the start-finish straight.
Yeah, I would have to imagine it was, because there hasn't been anyone between Mike and Jason for a couple laps.
Yeah, so that's the way it sits at the moment. It would have been a lapped car, which is unfortunate for the lead drivers. Looking at this as well, it is the gap trying to close down, but it's staying stagnant. It's stagnating where it currently does stand. Let's get some information from you, Adam. What is the leader's lap times looking at the current moment?
Jacob Hall did a 33.0 last lap. John Archie did a 34. Obviously not the way that Archie needs the gap to go. He's going to have to reverse that the opposite way and probably double it, have a chance. With 3 minutes left, they are about to cross the start-finish line. So they'll have this plus one more, I believe.
Yep, so penultimate lap for Jacob Hall. Gap brought down by 3 tenths in the final sector, but he's going to have to do a lot more, is John Archie, if he wants to get that race win. It is unfortunate for Macomber losing out with just under 7 minutes remaining. P number 3, unless he can get that move done, but the gap has opened up a little bit. Gino leads a train of Jason Allen, Damiani at the current moment in time. Philippines Muller in a bit of no man's land at the moment. Mike Gino, of course, leading in the silver category. It's then Jacob Hall, followed by Archie and Macomber. John Archie trying to close down that current gap at the moment, but the leaders are now heading through Coppice, Henry.
Adam, you were asking for, or you were hoping, you were informing us about a faster time from John Archie. He answered your call. He put in a 132.555, 5 tenths faster than Jacob Hall in P1 right now. So he's heard your call. Let's see if he can finish it up.
Yeah, he's going to run out of time, unfortunately. I think he's going to have to take a second in this lap, I think, to really even have the slightest chance in the last lap. But that's not impossible. All it takes is one mistake, so...
Yeah, well...
We'll have to keep an eye on. Nope, you have it up? Yeah. So
yeah, we have it up.
I'll hop back with that Gino Allen Damiani battle. I think Gino and Allen probably trying to hold station, I would imagine, since they're teammates. And we are starting the final lap.
Yep. We've gotten the message. Final lap.
Yeah, final lap, one for all. 1.8 seconds at the current moment. Unless there is a mistake, Archie will not get this. He's going to have to push that Porsche to its absolute limits. One more time through the old hairpin. As the pit window closes, you can't exactly make your pit stops now. Kelly, I don't know if Kelly's got
he got in right before.
So Kelly will get that. Yeah, Kelly will get that pit stop if he changes tyres. And now one more time through the right-hander and then up towards the crest. Coppice sits ahead. We've seen so many drivers go off here tonight, but it seems like he's going to hold on to it. He's going to have to hope he can get the fastest here, but it looks like he will not. So he will not get a Grand Slam. However, Jacob Hall looking to go 1 for 1 to make it 1 to the top. Going through the S's right now. Lapped car in front. Archie is absolutely driving the car off. He's getting 4 attempts in that last sector. Down into Melbourne one more time. The Porsche in the rear view. No opportunity yet, though, unless there is a mistake. And it looks like there will be none. Jacob Hall from pole position. Domination in qualifying, mastered the wet weather here at Donington, here in the downcast and the overcast, the rain on another level. Jacob Hall will win the Donington Park GP for round number 4 of season 15 in D number 2. John Archie P2, Macomber P number 3, unfortunately losing out in those final 7 minutes. It's going to be Worley who is going to come around in P number 4, but we will go eyes to Mike Gino because he is in the background. You can see him in the background. Zodi Fade has had a good race so far. The spray is there as well, but it's Mike Gino who is going to take this, and it's going to take it all the way to the silver win. And that is Mike Gino, P number 6 overall, silver win. Porsche into the barrier in the background. Fernandez P2 in silver, and McKechnie, I will give this man his flowers. Promotion to Division 2. He had a very, very good qualifying, and now he sits on the silver podium. There's Justin McKechnie, P number 3 in the silver.
I think my driver of the day, honestly.
Definitely driver of the day. That is how you do everything, and that is going all over the place, and it is one fun race indeed from what the chat is saying. It is all over the place. All the drivers are making their ways to the line, and we have got plenty of people to talk about as Cody Platt is going to be making his way through this final part of the circuit, and it is going to be Jacob Hall who wins this, with Archie P number 2 and then Zodi Fade P number 3. No, somebody... Is my thing playing up?
Yeah,
it was
people,
P number 3. Yeah, people leaving, so...
I have... It was... Hernandez, Mueller for the top 10. Ilpo, he almost got back to top 10, 11th. So I think that's a pretty good recovery drive.
Yeah.
Pretty great
we'll give him a
recovery
bit
drive.
of time. Yeah, we'll give him a bit of time to hop into the VC so we can totally not just randomly teleport them into the box. But, gentlemen, let's get your verdicts. Very good wet race, accurate British weather, and the best race on the season so far, in my opinion.
I still think Paul Ricard was better just because it wasn't... Obviously, the first lap incident was bad at Paul Ricard, but I think other than that, the race was extremely good. I just always have to temper wet weather races a little because it's always just so dependent on the weather. So I don't know. It was a fantastic race. But that 3 lap period there, like lap 3 through 7, where we had like 4 or 5 big incidents. If we could erase those, and obviously that's so much easier saying it than doing it because driving those conditions is so incredibly hard when you're a big pack. so it's totally understandable that even just those slight contacts happen. But yeah, fantastic race. I loved it. But I love all the races equally. Yeah.
What
I'm
about
just
you,
happy to be
Henry? What about you, Henry?
Man, it was a great race. I kind of was hoping for Ilpo to get up into the top 10. He just missed out by 1, but a very, very great recovery drive by Ilpo. Very good showing out by Justin McKechnie's. Just showing us exactly why he gets promoted to D2, and coming out on his first showing of D2 puts it up into the top 15. So that was very great, and it wasn't like he was struggling or anything. He fit right in and started fighting with everybody, and took a P13 for that. And the strategy at the beginning was kind of wonky today, but I felt like everybody was trying to pit just so they could pass. I felt like maybe that was the correct strategy, or might have not been, because you lost out at the end. But overall, just a really great race and a really great showing by these D2 drivers. Been just like Adam said, if you could erase the first initial couple incidents that happened at the beginning, I think this would have been a top tier, top shelf race for D2.
here.
Yeah, most definitely. Let's get straight into it. I will take this one, then I'll let you guys take the next. As of course, it's going to be the silver winner first. Mike Gino, you are live on the Sim Racing
You
Alliance.
took it from Adam.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with this. Let's go.
No, you can have you know what? That's fine. Mike Gino, congratulations on the win. Adam, I'll let you take it.
So Mike, would you say this was a not bad drive for a number 2 driver?
Not bad drive for what?
A number 2 driver?
A number 2 driver.
Hey, you're silver, Jason's gold. I'm just saying.
Dude, Jason knows I'm the captain of the team.
Yeah, let's go.
I made the team. I made deliveries. I'm the captain. He's just got lucky the first 3 races. But yes. It was a very nice race. So I was very happy with it.
No, you had a fantastic race. You were up. Gosh, I don't have it anymore. I think you were one of our bigger movers. I think you were up like 11 or 12 positions on the day.
Sounds about right.
No, and obviously you took the silver win. You beat your teammate.
Yep.
What else could you ask for? What are you going to do after this?
Yeah, well, Donington's one of my better tracks, and I like racing in the wet. So after this, I'm not sure I can replicate it, but I'm happy with this one. I knew I qualified second in silver in like 16th or 17th or something, but I knew I got held up in qualifying a lot, so I knew I had the pace to be top 10. So yeah, it was just staying clean. I made a few mistakes, but just like minor touches off the track, so nothing major. So yeah, it was fun. I had Jason behind me the whole time. He was threatening to hit me throughout the race. So it was fun.
I think we were on board with your last flying lap on qualifying. You caught traffic. I think you were marginally up, and then just fell off, obviously, because car in front. No, it was a super tricky race. I don't think you really got caught up in any incidents, because there were a lot there, and there was a 4-lap stretch where just like almost everyone got caught in an incident. Were there any hairy incidents, or was it pretty straightforward?
No, I saw cars off track. Luckily I caught cars rejoining at the right time where it wasn't like right in front of me. I could get by them. Damiani went off and came out right behind me, and that's when it went me, him, Jason at the end there. So that was a bit hairy, because Damiani was probably faster than me, and I didn't want to go with the position, obviously. So Jason was able to get him in sector 2 at one point, and I think he went off, so that kind of saved me, and I could hold my breath until Jason started threatening to take me out. So it was kind of everything just kind of fell perfect for my race. So So yeah, it was nice.
Very nice. I have a final question for Mike, but it should be the last question. So, Alexa,
boy.
Henry, do you guys have any questions for Mike?
Well, we
No.
know what mine's going to be. Henry, do you have any?
I think Henry's taking a break real quick.
No, you know what? I'm sorry. I had the microphone on mute on accident, but no, I do not have any questions. I'm sorry.
Go for it, Alexa.
Well, we know. Well, everybody knows how these ends. Mike Gino. Anybody you'd like to give a thanks to before we let you go?
Thanks to Jason for being in chat with me, being my teammate. Dan Cran was in chat with us and giving a play-by-play of everything going on, so that helped. Well, it helped more Jason than me. I was just kind of trying to survive. Jason was making the moves. But that was it. Oh, shout out to Bailey Kish as well. He was watching.
He was calling you out in chat.
Yeah,
You said my boy.
Unfortunately, I can't call out Bendy Brew anymore. But if it was still around, I would call it out.
Well, I would have to boot you from chat if you did call it out. So
it's a semi call out, I guess.
That was the thing we had going in D4 like 5 seasons ago. Anyone brought, I kicked him. No, my last question is: would you like to address any collusion or favoritism incident in SRA? See.
Oh, an SRA fantasy? Well, Jason keeps gaslighting like crazy. He was trying to gaslight me.
See you, Mike. All right.
Let's get on to this one. We'll go over to you now, Henry. We'll let you have this one. It's going to be P number 3. It is going to be Noah Macomber. Noah Macomber, you are live on the Sim Racing Alliance Twitch and YouTube. Congratulations on the podium, Henry Ramirez. Take it away.
Take us through your race, Noah. Tell us all about how you got up there into P3. Tell us how tough that fight was between you and John Archie.
I mean, first of all, I love the wet, so I was very happy that my love for the wet meant I had good pace. I mean, just practiced a lot, and I got a shout out to my teammate Jacob Hall as he did all the setup in the pits and everything, setting up all the pit strategies. So shout out to him for having that dialed. But yeah, unfortunately, there really wasn't much of a battle with John Archie at the end. Misjudgment with a blue flag, and then I made a little bobble, and he was able to just drive right around me. So yeah, he had some incredible pace at the end of the race, so that's for sure.
Yeah, we were seeing that at the end. He was pushing a couple laps. I think he heard the calls from Adam, and he put the foot on the throttle and just went faster and faster every lap, but didn't have enough laps to get up to P1. But important questions here. Was there a team order for today at all?
We talked about it. We determined that if somebody was significantly faster, we'd let them go, but otherwise, whatever happened, happened, and we kind of just had the same pace the whole race, and that's where we stayed.
Yeah, and Chad giving you a heads up out there, telling you had an amazing drive today, which I do agree today too. That was an awesome drive by you today. And then strategy wise, were you guys both going to come in at the same time? Were you and your teammate, or were you going to try to last as long as you can, or take us through that?
We're going to try and do just a split at 50-50. That was the original thought. And then as we got going, tires started to fall off. We started catching blue flags. And then I just said I was going to go in the next lap. And he was like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. And just went in at the same time.
And then was there anything in this race today that threw like a wrench in all you guys' plans today at all?
Kind of in a backwards way. We were all planning on, all the Madhouse guys were planning on, well, if the race does this, then we're going to do this. And if it does this, we're going to do this. And then it was just straight medium rain the whole race.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier to manage when it's the same thing the whole way through. And I bet the tire temps and everything was a little bit more forgiving as well too.
Oh, absolutely. It really didn't have to think about much going into the pits.
Yeah, and then anything you'd like to say to the fans out there or anything like that before I give it away to Adam and Alexa?
Shout out to all those who support SRA and let us race all together and keep this all one big happy family. I really enjoy racing here and really enjoy you guys commentating for us.
Oh yeah, we love it. It's a blast. This is not from me. This is from Kelvin. I don't know if the audio is going to come through, but I'll do my best.
Basically, he's blowing a kiss to you.
That's from Kelvin.
Thanks, Calvin. I appreciate it.
Right, before I let you go, Noah, anybody you would like to give a thanks to?
Besides Kelvin.
Thanks, Calvin. Yeah, thanks to Jacob Hall and helping me out and making sure that all the pits were set up and everything. And yeah.
Well done. Too bad you guys couldn't bring home the 1-2, but you had an awesome race.
Yep, I will gladly take podium. I'll take it every day of the week and twice on Sundays. So
very nice. All right, well, have a good rest of your evening. We'll shoot you back down to the race chat.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
John Archer, you are live on the Sim Racing Alliance YouTube and Twitch. Welcome in. Adam, seems as you were already talking, I'll let you take this one.
Oh boy, I didn't have anything lined up for John, but no. John, you, at the beginning of the race, at least you fell back around, I think at one point it was around 6 seconds back, maybe still around 5 to Macomber for P2. How did you generate that comeback drive to get that P2?
Honestly, it was pure motivation because I was a bad boy in the hairpin.
Okay.
So I had to build the gap. So, and yeah, I was just head down, go fast, and try my best because I knew I got a penalty coming my way for tapping Ilpo around.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just had to put the head down and just show what the Porsche can do.
I mean, you were absolutely flying. Obviously you brought that big gap down. But yeah, other than that, I mean, you got a little bit of help, it looked like, for that pass for P2. What was going through your mind there as you saw that?
Yeah.
Or kind of check Macomber up.
I know the blue flags weren't too kind to me as I was coming up, so I had a good feeling they probably weren't going to be getting out of the way at appropriate times. So I just had to make sure I had a super good run. I just had to make sure I had a super good run going down into that chicane. And yeah, I had to throttle the pedal a little bit just to kind of hold tight on the inside. And thankfully, I almost lost it going into the chicane, but I held it, and that was enough to squeak through with minimal time loss.
Yeah, it was a very opportunistic move, and I mean, obviously, once you both were through, and you just kind of slid it through there, it was very nice. But yeah, I think the shot, it was after the three of you had pitted, and I think there was like 3 or 4 lap cars between you and Macomber, just on the main street, which obviously is not very long.
No.
So I mean, just getting through that traffic and then getting close enough to just take opportunity from a position like that. I mean, you had a very nice drive.
Yeah, I just had to thank my consistency there at the end. I think most laps were in like the high 32s at the end, like bang, 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 bang. So the car was feeling really good. And yeah, just when the car feels good, you can drive well. And yeah, it worked out really good.
Very nice. Well, I don't have any more questions, Alexa.
Henry, do you have any?
No, just to let him know that he said, Rush says, well done, John. You still owe me a beer, by the way. I believe that's Kelvin.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I murdered him at what is his older, so he's been holding it to me. He's a local guy too, so we got to get together again and go have a beer.
That's awesome.
Well, before we let you go, John, anybody you'd like to give a thanks to?
Yeah, special shout out to Fire Queso again. My race director in my ear there. I sent him a picture of all my pressures I had for like 5 different settings. I was like, if I lose these, have it ready. And yeah, the whole CM voice chat. Shout out to Matt. Sorry he got caught up in my incident. He was did really well and qualified
yeah.
like P5 next to me or something. So bummed for him. It was looking like a good showing for us. And then my team fantasy owner Dan Cran, let's get it.
Oh, gross. Bye.
Gotta get.
I love it. Get out of
We're
here.
not doing
Collusion.
that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
The one,
I love it.
if I can find the damn button. If I can find the damn button. There he is. Jacob Hall, you are live on Sim Racing Alliance YouTube and Twitch. What a race, pole to win. That is an absolutely lovely beard, if I do say so myself.
Thank you.
Talk us through qualifying first. Right, is that a horse racing track or a tennis course? I have no idea. Talk us through the qualifying. Of course, pole to the win, pole to the win. I've got horses in my mind now. Damn it. Of course, pole to the win in the wet weather. Talk us through it. Absolutely deserved.
Yeah, I think the quali lap was just like I nailed everything. Like it was just one of those perfect laps that doesn't happen very often. But I think I had like 3/10 on Noah, and like if you watch the race, we were close all race. So like the pace wasn't that different between us, and I just happened to put a really good lap together in quali.
Yeah. Possibly a few more laps, and the win could have been at race. We saw Archie closing in, especially in those final 2 laps, gaining like 3/10 per sector. So, do you think there could have been a risk towards that end, or did you feel pretty confident in the way the car was driving in the wet weather?
He definitely made me a little nervous towards the end. Noah and I were in chat together, and he mentioned that he got passed, and then I was definitely watching the time, and I was doing the math in my head, and I was like, I think I'm okay. So, a few more laps, and yeah, things may have gotten a little bit more interesting, but it's a tough track to pass on. So even though he was faster, it would have been difficult, I think. Maybe I could have pushed more, but I didn't want to risk spinning. So it's just that kind of balancing act between like keeping the car on track and going as fast as you can.
Yeah. Well, what's the plan now? Because of course week off, but then we go to the Hungaro Ring, Monaco without the wall. Technically the old Hungaro Ring now that they've upgraded the paddock. So technically it's the old Hungaro Ring now, but of course it's a lot more tighter. And it could be a bit more tricky, kind of similar to Donington, but not as fast in the straight line. So, what's the plan looking like going into there?
I'm hoping we can kind of do the same thing we did here, just put in a really good quali, and then just keep it, because it's like you said, it's really difficult to pass there. So probably going to do a little bit more quali practice than race pace, but you can still make a mistake and get past. So you definitely got to balance the two.
Well, fair enough. And of course, before we let you go, anybody you would like to give a thanks to?
I always shout out my wife. She, lets me put in a lot of time in this. Shout out my son, who just turned 8 months old today.
Hey!
Shout out to Noah for putting in a great race. Unfortunately, he didn't get the P2, but I think still phenomenal race from him. Yeah, and shout out to you, everyone in the booth. You guys do a great job.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. We shall let you go and pop open that lovely champagne that I am sure is waiting for you in that fridge. If not, if not, may want to go to the shop and get some, because that was a heck of a win. And we shall see you, at the Hungaro Ring.
Looking forward to it. Thanks.
Well, Henry, and of course Adam Santana, let's go over to the calendar real quick, because we need to look at the rest of what is to come this season, don't we? So let's head over to the calendar, because
don't tell me what to do.
This is my show. You may control the cameras, but this is my show, Henry. As of course, this was round 4 Donington, first of the 2 variable weather races. We have a week off, then we return with round number 5 at the Hungaro Ring. Not the updated paddock, because of course that's been rebuilt over the past 10 months. So technically the Old Hungara Ring, we will go there for week number 5. Variable weather then returns for round number 6 at Laguna Seca. Known for the corkscrew, you can only imagine what it's going to be like around there. Then for week number 7, round number 7, we go to our home to round out the summer in August. It is Kaya Lami, the best circuit in the world, in my opinion.
100%.
And many others. And then, of course, we have the season finale at the chaotic, the ever-known, the absolutely historic, the Autodromo Internazionale Monza. That will be the season finale the week of the 3rd of September. So let's go back to intermission. And, of course, let's get your final thoughts. Let's get some parting words. Adam, anything to say before we go into the week break?
Yeah, I think we had a very good race. Obviously, as we talked about, kind of erase some of the incidents earlier, but in this weather, it's so easy for those to happen, so it's easily forgivable. But yeah, I think after our 1 week break, I love the Hungara Ring. I think it's a top 10 circuit in the world, not just GT racing in the world. It's so hard to overtake, but that second sector it's just the best. It's so much fun. So I would sign up for SRA just to race Hungara Ring and just be done for the rest of the season. But yeah, I'm super excited. Tonight's race was great. We almost had a team lockout 1 and 2. I don't think we've had that this season. But no, D2 has not disappointed at all so far. Very happy about what we've seen.
Yeah, indeed. And any parting words from you, Henry?
I want to see what's going to happen next week. Next week is going to be insane. I want to see what kind of shakeup we got in the silver. Oh, sorry, I'm 2 weeks. You get what I mean. You get what I mean. 2 weeks from now, the next time we all meet up.
Henry's going to be sitting here next week by himself, like, where is that?
I'm going to be starting a stream and going, where's everybody?
Where is everybody? Why have we got no viewers? Oh, wait, we're racing next week.
Why is no one on track yet?
Where's Adam?
Honestly, it would be very weird for Henry to make it to Wednesday with that thought since he races on Tuesday.
I know, right?
It would be very weird. He'll end up in the server on Tuesday, just like, where is everybody? Well, to be honest,
it's gonna be great. Like, I wanna see what kind of shakeup we got the next time we meet here in 2 weeks. It should be fun. It should be a lot of adrenaline rushing since now the divisions are all set. And we got some pretty good contenders ready to fight it out now till the end.
Yeah, I think the championship standings, when we check next race, I think they're going to be super interesting. The drop round is going to really come into effect, obviously in the next couple races. Obviously it's already factored in, but as it really evolves, it's going to be super interesting to see how these points battles are going to shape up. So I'm so excited for the back half of the season.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, Donington, wet, accurate British weather. I could not be happier if you couldn't tell by my sass tonight. God, can we please have accurate weather? Please, can we have accurate weather at all the races, I beg? Anyways, of course, Donington, good race. Hungara Ring is going to be even better in 2 weeks' time. If you haven't caught up on all Donington action, of course, Division 5 and that's Tuesdays. Division 4 and Division 6 will be available on YouTube. Division 4 brought to you by Anton Rushevic, Donovan Colton, and Marlon Abubo. Division 6 brought to you by SIG-SVG, Selena Boonstra, and Loic Norman Doe. Of course, you've also got all the other action available on YouTube. Myself, Adam, and Henry will be back in 2 weeks' time here for Division number 2 of the Hungara Ring. But Division 1, 3, and 5 will be there first, right here on Twitch in 2 weeks' time. It's going to be Division 1. That's brought to you by Philip Ennis-Muller, myself, and Ilpo Rutsalainen. And Division 3 will be brought to you by Ian Byron, Cube Master, and Seth Rocha. And then you've got Division 5 brought to you by Stephanie Fisher and Mac Morgan. Of course, you've got a week to get it ready and done. If you would like to join SRA, go to sra.gg. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. I've been Alexa Marshall with Henry Ramirez and Adam Santana. Good night.
See ya.
Later.
Bye.